Hello, I'm Elise editing. I'm here to talk about the horrific secret court system that has developed in Britain through the loss of legal aid. I hope my case will be added to the growing bank of cases that show why legal aid must be fully reinstated for those who cannot afford lawyers, e.g. because defrauded, criminally terrorised from a place or on low earnings. The government has said that to ensure all have access to justice, courts have a charity PSU, personal support unit, but that is not happening, leading to abuse of power and wrongful outcomes. PSUs choose what cases they will help with. They don't cover all cases nor all courts. In my case, the Exeter PSU, without seeing any of my evidence, refused to give me any support, saying my case was too complicated. They left me with no witnesses in court on my own, up against solicitors and a judge, in what actually is a case in which I am being defrauded, currently out of inheritance money. But this is only the latest part of a 13-year-long double fraud case in which I am the long-term victim. I don't have a criminal record, and when it started, I was a graduate career professional. In the first fraud, I was intimidated and police letter extorted, not over an offence I'd committed, but one I was made to believe in through inferences outside police stations. I was intimidated out of my house, on which I lost about £50,000. That was just the start of my losses, and I also lost my career job. After 2 years of intimidation through people who turned out during the case to have been to prison previously, as well as intimidation through some police and others. Having abandoned my house, I went back to get my stuff and found myself in gas, so I could have been killed. Eventually, after moving to Devon, my MP told me the police letter and offence did not exist in police records. When I reported in Devon what happened to me to get a lawyer, I received a phone call from North Devon Hospital, where I was taken into a room and told there would be no investigation. I was pursued by local health services, worked on to be silent, it was said, so as not to affect the jobs of the police officers back where I came from. Attempts were made to make me keep taking Risperidone. Luckily, I binned them. After just one, I could not even string a sentence together in my brain, and it felt like I had to push my legs to walk to work in my job. I tried endlessly to get the crime looked at. As a consequence of the Currapon fraud, a second fraud has happened. I was kicked onto the street away from my mum by my siblings. They got police officers to help them. They told my mum I abandoned her. This enabled my siblings to get access to my mum's bank books and work a power of attorney and inheritance fraud, worked through several different solicitors at different Devon and Cornwall law firms. In the middle, my mum was locked into her new bungalow and I was locked out until she went into a stroke. She then suffered ill treatment at North Devon Hospital and a large Devon care home. She got a safeguarding level injury and later died of septicemia, despite my going to police station, sending over 200 emails to OPG, CQC, going to MP, etc. I could not get my mum out of the care home to a different one. After my mum died, the fraud through the law firms on my mum's estate started to emerge and develop. The CQC tried to claim the case was not in their records. The OPG said, well, she's dead now, there's nothing we can do. The SRA and police refused to get involved. Now 4 years on, I still don't have at least £80,000 inheritance money I should have received, nor has a mentally ill brother received his money. And I'm in court with the judge and solicitor saying, in addition, I owe solicitors money. This fraud is never ending. It must be stopped. I left out a lot of detail I'll go into later. Today I'm in Barnstable Court this afternoon. The Judge Griffiths. All the information about my mum has been written off as unfortunate circumstances. Legitimate bank statement evidence. A fraud sent down by Salford Court is not even being considered. One police officer from Barnstable recently threatened me in the police station, untaped, to watch who I'm accusing of things. Another, more senior officer said by phone he does not care if I end up on the street again. And another police officer said she was sorry about what happened to me, but hoped I would use the police again. Then she left me still being defrauded after 13 years. Keep following my videos as I go into more depth on the case and update you with developments.